Right, what is up guys, here on the Tom Clancy Central channel. My name is James and you guys another video here today. Today I'm bringing you the guide on how to complete the witch Easter egg in Tom Clancy Goes Recon Wildlands. If you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. What I must mention first is that I'm here at the first shrine that you have to go to in doing the Easter egg, but before you have to do this, you have to have gone to the witch's hut that we have already done a tutorial video on. But as you can see, I'm here by the shrine and I am in La Cruz. You will have seen on the minimap, and I have activated it, and you see the big puff goes around and you get the notification in the top right. You can see I try and activate it again, it doesn't work. One thing I will say is that when I bring up the map, I would recommend pausing and noting down the latitude and longitude in the bottom right where my cursor is. You can see that all of these are going to be in La Cruz or in the immediate area. All of the shrines are in La Cruz, and then you have to go back to near the Three Witches hut to then go and do the next bit. There are 3 shrines. This was the first one. Here comes the second one right now in the jungle wooded area again in La Cruz. You can see that it's right on the right of the map, way in the east. You can see it's in this wooded area. Again, I would make sure you look at the longitude and the latitude. You see I hold down X by the thing, big puff goes around. Again, you get the notification in the top right corner. This is a really fun Easter egg, and I genuinely think it is a great thing to do. You can see the crows on top of each of the shrine. Each one represents a witch, and when you first go into the witch's hut, 3 crows fly off, and I would assume they then come to this shrine. This is great. This is really, really good. I've found this Easter egg really fun here. Last one is in the middle of a small pond or a small lake. You don't have to get a boat or anything to go across. You can just swim. Again, you see the crow on top. When I bring up the map again, I note down the latitude and the longitude. I generally have found this Easter egg pretty fun. I think it is pretty good. You can see this one is slightly further away from the other 2, but again, it's pretty easy to find, especially if you do use this guide. Again, you can activate it, as you'll see me do, in a short amount of time, and that is the second step, technically, of doing the Easter egg. What you do by going into the witch's hut and releasing the crows, you don't actually have to do anything to release the crows, by the way, guys. All you have to do is enter the area. Again, you see the big puff go around there. I have now done that thing, and you will see here that I then get 2,500 XP and 2,500 of each resource, which is really, really useful, good for upgrading guns in the tier system, or just getting your skills up a little bit more. This has been a really fun Easter egg to do, as I've said before, guys, and that is that step done. You also get another step going on here, and this is definitely the hardest step of the thing. It's not too bad, but it certainly isn't easy. You see, you go back to the village, I can't quite remember the name of it, things like Inquay or something like that, where the witch's hut is very nearby, and you will see that there is a big cartel presence here. One thing I will stress to you guys right now is that you have to go there past 10 PM or 2200 hours after you've done the shrine. So if you did the 3 shrines and it was 2 PM or 1400 hours, you could go back to the village, and if it was before 10 PM, these guys wouldn't have spawned in yet. So what you're going to have to do is, I just recommend fast traveling a few times. That makes the time pass. Come back here to Inquay and they will have spawned in. Another thing I will tell you guys is that you can attempt this as many times as possible. You can attempt it, fail, respawn in, and they will spawn back in. But what you're basically trying to do, there's a lieutenant or lieutenant, if you say it properly like the British do, that has spawned in here, and he's surrounded by all the heavies and stuff. You're going to want to take out the heavies, and by that I mean the guys that have the proper armor. Take them out and escort the lieutenant back to the witch's hut, and you are going to do something with him that you will see in a little bit. I have kept all the gameplay in here for you guys just because I think it could be really useful for you guys to see it all. Some guys generally chop and change stuff, but here you will see how I go about doing it. This was my 2nd or 3rd time doing it, so I'd got a sort of tactic down. But the lieutenant is in the sort of church in the middle of the village here, and he is surrounded, as I said, by all of his guards. You can very easily take the lieutenant out by mistake, and the only way you know it's him is because he doesn't have the shield emblem above his head. He just has the default circle, and he isn't in full armor. What I would recommend doing is using the sync shot to take as many out as possible, and then you get kills as well during the sync shot. Get him to run out, try and get behind him, grab him, and then you can escort him up to the village. Just thought I'd talk a little bit about the Easter egg now as you see the gameplay going on. When it gets near to when I'm escorting him, I'll start referring back to this actual one. But I found this a really great thing to be in the game. I think it's added depth, it's added variety. I know that some people are slightly disappointed with that it wasn't quite so in depth. You see me grabbing the guy here. And you can see me now just walk up to the village. You can see that I've got that on a waypoint. It's about 300 meters away. It's not too far at all. One thing you do want to be careful of is that enemies now then will I'm struggling to speak here. They then will respawn in cars and stuff. So don't be afraid to release him. He will just crouch down. He will be scared. He won't try and attack you. You see me kind of mess up here a little bit in terms of actually walking here. I try and go this way and I just can't get down for whatever reason. But I think this Easter egg was really cool. It was probably a bit better than El Yete, I think, purely because I've been a little bit more involved in sort of like following on as it went, and it's more than one step. I think it uses the culture really well. And I just genuinely think it's a really great addition to the game. Could it have been a little bit more in depth? Yes, I've seen that some people, especially the guys that have been trying to find it, have been a little bit disappointed with how sudden the ending was. But I personally think that this has been a really fun thing to go about. Commendments must go to the guys that have actually spent the time finding it. You see here that the other cars and stuff have spawned in as I'm going out towards the house. But basically what you're going to want to do with this guy, lead him up to the house, take him to a certain area, and then you actually end up sacrificing him to break some sort of cycle. You see my teammates here, I'm using the AI, are taking out the guys around the other cartel guys quite well. One thing I would recommend doing, you want to put him and release him round about here. I'm sure you can just knock him out here, but you see that I release him. There's nothing that you activate to sacrifice him. I'd also recommend just making sure all the guys around here are taken out first before you try and commence with this, because you really want to be able to enjoy the moment. But basically, I would recommend just outright killing the guy. There's no special cutscene or anything like that, similar to these things. But you will definitely know if you've done it right. I'll let you guys watch it, but I'll keep talking. You see me here. I grab him again because I thought there might be something to do, but in the end I just end up releasing him. Make sure he's on that area, I'd say, that I was previously standing on, and we'll eventually put him down in. Kill him there with your pistol, with whatever. You'll see a big puff come up, and similar to the other ones that we've seen for the shrines, but slightly different colour, it coming up just now. I put a pistol shot in the back of his head. You see big puff, achievements pop up, you get more XP, you get more resources. But anyway guys, if you have found this video useful, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and leave your thoughts on the Easter egg down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching guys. Check out our previous videos on PvP, news and maps, etc. and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.